The real reason it can feel so hard to understand native English speakers
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Sorta? I don't know.
Isn't because we're talking fast, it's because we are doing certain things when we speak that can just make it especially difficult to follow what we're saying. You just have to know what to listen for. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you in today's video. I'm going to give you 4 powerful tips to help you better understand native English speakers so you can keep up with conversations and never feel lost again. All right, let's get straight into it. All right, tip number 1, let's talk about contractions. This is something you need to be aware of because native speakers don't say every word separately. We squish them together. Instead of he is not going, you'll hear us say he's not going. He's not going.
He's not going. He's not going. He's not going.
That little shortcut is called a contraction when 2 words combine into one. Some other common examples. I am becomes I'm.
I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here.
Do not becomes don't.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
They will becomes they'll.
They'll find him. They'll find him. They'll find him.
So if you're listening for every word, if you're listening for do not go, but you hear don't go, that's going to be confusing, right? For example, I cannot believe they have not accepted the offer. We're going to contract cannot to can't and have not to haven't. So you're going to hear, I can't believe they haven't accepted the offer. I can't believe they haven't accepted the offer. I can't believe they haven't accepted the offer. They do not think we will close the deal. Do not contracts to don't. We will contracts to we'll. They don't think we'll close the deal. Do you hear then how we'll is contracted even further to a little sound kind of like wool? Wool. They don't think we'll close the deal. They don't think we'll close the deal. We use contractions all the time in our personal lives, in our professional lives, at work, even in writing, in emails, so you have to get used to them and use them yourselves if you want to sound more natural. All right, moving on to tip number 2, let's talk about linking. Linking happens when native speakers blend 2 words together, and this usually happens when the words start and end with the same sound. Let's look at these 2 words, make and connections. Make ends in a k sound, and connections begins with that same sound. So we're not going to say make connections. We're going to use that linked k sound to join those 2 words together. Make connections. Make connections. Make connections. We're hoping to make connections at this event. We're hoping to make connections at the event. We're hoping to make connections at the event. Let's look at another example. Set time. Here we have a linked t sound.
There's no set time. There's no set time. There's no set time.
So we're not going to say, can you set time aside for a quick chat? We're going to say, can you set time aside for a quick chat? Can you set time aside for a quick chat? Can you set time aside for a quick chat? One more example. Let's now look at a linked D sound with these 2 words, need and data. So we won't say, we'll need data from the finance team. We're going to say, we need data from the finance team. We need data from the finance team. We need data from the finance team. If you guys are finding this video helpful so far, give me some feedback by hitting the like button. All right, moving on. Tip number 3, let's talk about reduced forms. Reduced forms happen when native speakers shorten words. They often drop sounds or drop syllables to make speech smoother and quicker. For example, going to becomes gonna.
I'm gonna.
Want to becomes wanna.
You want to win by cheating? Go ahead. You want to win by cheating? Go ahead. You want to win by cheating? Go ahead.
Got to becomes gotta.
I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Let's look at some examples of how reductions work in real-world speech. Instead of saying, what do you think? We're going to reduce what do you to what'ya. What'ya. So you're going to hear us say, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Another very common one that you have to be aware of, I don't know, is often reduced to I don't know. I don't know. Instead of I don't know the details yet, you'll hear us say, I don't know the details yet. I don't know the details yet. I don't know the details yet. And I mentioned this one at the beginning of this section. Going to is reduced to gonna. Instead of I'm going to call her after this meeting, I'm gonna call her after this meeting. I'm gonna call her after this meeting. I'm gonna call her after this meeting. All right, guys, let's wrap up. My fourth and final tip, you have to be aware of changing sounds. Here's a major one. When one word ends in T and the very next word starts with Y, we create a ch sound. For example, don't you often sounds like don't ya or don't you. Do you hear that ch sound? Don't ya, don't you.
But you understand, don't you, Sandy? But you understand, don't you, Sandy? But you understand, don't you, Sandy?
Didn't you often sounds like didn't ya or didn't you.
Didn't you? Didn't you? Didn't you?
Can't you often sounds like, you guessed it, can't ya or can't you.
Can't have too much.
Can't you?
Can't have too much.
Can't you?
Can't have too much.
Can't you?
So instead of don't you have a meeting, you're going to hear us say, don't you have a meeting? Don't you have a meeting? Don't you have a meeting? Or can't you join the call later will be, can't you join the call later? Can't you join the call later? Can't you join the call later? Similarly, when one word ends in D and the very next word begins with a Y, we create a J sound. J. Did you sounds like did ya or did you.
Did you? Did you? Did you?
Could you sounds like could ya or could you.
Could you? Could you? Could you?
Would you sounds like would ya or would you.
Would you? Would you? Would you?
So you will very rarely hear, did you get my email? What do you think you're going to hear? You're going to hear, did you get my email? Or did you get my email? Did you get my email? Would you mind if we rescheduled is going to sound like, would you mind if we rescheduled? Would you mind if we rescheduled? Would you mind if we rescheduled? And finally, I have to talk about the American T, sometimes known as the flap T. This is a special feature of American English. If we have a T between two vowels, it doesn't make the T sound. It doesn't sound like a T. It sounds more like a soft D. For example, the word city. You're not going to hear us say city. It sounds like a D. City. City.
Anywhere in the 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 city.
Or the words committee isn't committee, it's committee. Pretty isn't pretty, it's pretty. Do you hear that D sound? Pretty. So you're not going to hear us say the committee made a pretty big decision. It's going to be the committee made a pretty big decision. The committee made a pretty big decision. Listening is like any other skill. The more you do it, the better you will become. So I recommend you guys take at least just a few minutes every day to practice listening to native English speakers. Make sure that you're listening to content that you like, that you enjoy. Make it fun. It can be a podcast, it can even be a movie or a TV show, a TED Talk. I think it's best to use something with subtitles or a transcript, something that you can read along with, because then you can see the words as you're listening to them out loud, and that'll help you to better identify these kinds of patterns. And then you can test yourself by turning the subtitles on and off. All right, guys, now we have covered a lot of ground today in this video, but there are 3 specific English words that native speakers say in a way that is so confusing, English learners often get stuck. I explain exactly what they are in this video right here, so make sure you don't miss it. Go check that out. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you in this video next.